Good day, this is Fundamental of Organic Chemistry in Laboratory. But first, I would like to introduce myself. I am Erica Lasmias from section FKL2. Today, I will discuss about organic chemistry lab technique. So, what is lab techniques? Lab techniques is all procedures are accompanied by step-by-step pictures and graphics heavily utilized throughout the resource. Now I'm going to discuss my chosen topic, which is drying glassware in general technique. It is for a variety of tasks including evaporation, sterilization, temperature testing, and for incubating temperature sensitive experiments. Drying is a delicate process as drying too fast, too slow, or unevenly can ruin an otherwise perfect process. So for a quick drying, if dry glassware is not needed right away, it should be rinsed with distilled water and allowed to dry overnight in a locker. If dry glassware is promptly needed, glassware can be rinsed with acetone and the residual acetone allowed to evaporate. Rinsing with acetone works well because water is miscible with acetone. So much of the water is removed in the rinse waste. So, the evaporation of small amounts of residual acetone can be expedited by placing the rinsed glassware in warm oven for a short amount of time or by using suction from a tube connected to the water aspirator. And now let's move on to the oven and flame drying. To flame dry glassware, first remove any vinyl sleeves on extension clamp. As this can melt or catch on fire, clamp the flask to be dried, including a stir bar if using, and then apply the burner or heat gun to the glass, and initially fag will be seen as water vaporizing from one part of the glassware condenses elsewhere, and then continue waving the heat source all over the glassware for several minutes until the fag is completely removed and glassware is scorching hot. And lastly, if the glass is only moderately hot, water will condense from the air before you are able to fully exclude it. So what is oven and flame drying? Glassware that appears dry actually contains a thin film of water condensation in its surface. To evaporate the water film, glassware can be placed 110 degrees Celsius oven and overnight. But in doing laboratory, glassware will be extremely hot after flame drying, so we have a safety note. Regardless of the matter in which glassware is heated, oven or flame drying, allow the glassware to cool in water environment. So in a desiccator, under a stream of insert gas or with a drying tube before obtaining a mass or adding reagents. So we need to be aware. And now let's talk about drying hot glassware. We have A in a desiccator, B under a balloon of inert gas, and C with a drying tube. Glass washers with built-in drying. The air is heated and directed over the surface of the glassware, giving extremely fast and efficient drying. And now I'm going to discuss the drying tubes process. First, we have drying tube with anhydrous. Next, inserting drying tube into a thermometer attached to round bottom flask. Lastly, distillation apparatus. When we say drying tubes, a drying tube is used when moderately but not meticulously dry conditions are desired in an apparatus. If meticulously drying conditions are necessary, glassware should be oven or flame dry. Then the air displaced with a dry inert gas. This photo shown the different procedures of cleaning glasswares. That would be all. Thank you for listening.